Well, I got a 1 tray of 3 ways for you today. I figured that was a good tray to transition from summer into fall. So I've created 3 trays. One, I used all the sunflower items that I got out of the tiered tray decor box. I thought this was the perfect tray to kind of use all the items because they're on the smaller side. And then this tray, so it's a 3-tier, but it's not like a huge 3-tier. And then I created a fun like back to school kind of one that's not like overly back to school. If you want to see a very back to school one, I will link my 1 tray 3 ways from last year. I did a very like colorful back to school one using school supplies, and it's just like super fun. And then I did an all thrifted one. Like literally the only thing not thrifted is my little bits of greenery I added. So it's a little hodgepodgey. But it was just some of my favorite thrift items that I just arranged on the tray in a hopefully stylish, pleasing way. So let's get to tiered traying. So first we're going to start with the sunflowers. And of course, the only place I really thought I could put the big welcome sign is up here on the top. And I just kind of looped that wire around the handle of the tray. And it just stays up there pretty nice. And I just left that up there all by itself. And then the next I moved on to, I just collected all the pieces from the box and was just playing around with how to use them. So I went with putting the greenery off to the side here, and then I laid the spoon kind of next to the greenery, and then I tried to put the little home sign like this. I just thought it was like too short, so I ended up stacking it up like I did on my little Target trays, and I thought that gave it a lot better height and filled out the space better. And then for filler on this tier, I just grabbed a little metal bucket. I thought that looked cute. And then to add a little more color than just the yellow, I have 2 green jars, and I decided to use a little bit darker one back here because you could see it a little better, and I just like that color a little better. And then down on the bottom, once again, I really just want to use my little white truck. So I found it best to kind of stick the truck over here. I got my little sunflower market sign. I kind of stuck here, and then I took that other green jar and kind of braced the sign on the jar. And then I have went to Hobby Lobby since, and I grabbed a sunflower out of the fall section, and they are 40% off right now. And voila, there is my sunflower tray. I think the pieces went together very well. I didn't have to add a lot of my own. The top, you could definitely not use this and then maybe have another sunflower like this and then move the spoon up there or something like that. But I think it worked out like this with the big welcome on the top. It's kind of fun and bold. Like I said, this is my Apple back to school one, which it seems the Apple theme is going to be pretty popular for fall. So there are some Target dollar spot things that have little apples on them that you could definitely add to a tray like this. So what I started with was this little pillow that I got from Cindy Primitives or something. That's where I got like my hearts for Valentine's and my hearts for 4th of July, and I had ordered a few other things, and she sent this along with it. So that was kind of like a free item, which I was like, that is so cute, and it looks like a little apple. Like, that's perfect for my back to school tray. And then sometime this summer, I picked up this little wooden desk. It says cat, 1 + 1 is 2, and has little book and stuff on there. It's kind of gooky, but I thought it would be super cute on a tray like this, and I'm pretty sure it was 75 cents. Yes, so I'm like, well, for a cute little tray, I'll grab that. So that was my other piece I wanted to use. And then I really wanted to use one of my red jars from Hobby Lobby, and these are at Valentine's time. I don't know why they don't bring these out other times. So I'm gonna pop that back here, and then I kind of just went through my stuff and filled it in. So another thing, I thought this kind of looked like a schoolhouse with the like steeple, like a 1-room schoolhouse from Once Upon a Time. I stuck that back there. Another sign I thought would be fun to use would be my welcome sign, because usually, you know, you're going to your welcome back to school open houses. I grabbed my little white lantern as a filler. And then another thing I thought would be fun to fill in with would be just a little milk can. I don't know. I always think of milk when you go to school. You have milk and graham crackers as a snack, or milk at your lunch. So I grabbed my another one, a little bigger one to fill in. Okay, so this tray is not symmetrical. Let's see if I can pop this. Well, let's do the old flip-a-ringy. That's so weird that it's, I can see why it's not even because it's not like perfectly centered or whatever. Ay, right? Well, geez. So then I kind of wanted to fill in over on the other side of the pillow, so I just grabbed my other little white house. You can't see it a whole lot, but it just kind of peeks out there. So then I wanted to add in some greenery or some filler, so I thought this red flower would be fun. This is kind of like an apple. It's red. As you can see, red was kind of the theme here. And then I just have some some burlap leaves I thought would look good and fit in with the rest of the motif. And then I just have these little white flowers. They come in like a big bunch over in the floral section, and then I just cut a few off. And I thought those look super cute up here in the little milk can. And there is my apple back to school tray. I just thought it was super cute and simple. I love their pops of red. You always think an apple to give to the teacher. So for the third and final tray, I just used a bunch of different thrift items that I just enjoy. And so I picked this little wire shoe up because my grandma has a shoe collection, so it made me think of her. And then I have used this on a Mother's Day one before. It's like a cherished teddy, and it has two girls and a little boy and a mom. And I just thought that symbolized my family so well with me and my sister and brother and just my mom. And then this is just a hand-me-down that doesn't want to stay together right now. It's a hand-me-down timer that my mom got from one of her grandmas, and I got and I used for a long time. Now I just keep it down here. I thought my little birdhouse would just look good here. And you know I love to collect my little mugs from different places. This is San Francisco, California. Up on the top, I thought it'd be fun to put my little mug with the spoon. So then I also added my fun little spices up here. And then another one of my favorite thrift finds is this little cloche, a baby cloche. I've also used this little light bulb. This is from Hobby Lobby. I've seen them there back in their like glass and metal section. And then I thought it would be fun to use these little green ceramic baking dishes or loaf pan just to add a little color. They just fit in there nice. And then also I grabbed my blue ball jar. And then like I said, the only non-thrifted items are just this little greenery. I have looked for greenery at the thrift store and I just never find any I really like, and I don't really want to dig because some of the stuff in there is kind of scary and weird. So I always just kind of skip by that. And there is my random thrifted tiered tray. I think the colors all work well together. It's just fun little items. You could do this with anything. I've done it with like little souvenirs that we've picked up on vacations. You can do it with thrift items. You can do it with sentimental items, or like not hand-me-downs, but passed down through the generations, you know, and different things like that. Or keepsakes. You could do just whatever you want to add to a tray. My whole thing was I just kind of kept with a few simple colors. Like I have the blues, and then like the greens with the greeneries, and then like the pinks kind of, and then there's the pinks here. Otherwise I tried to use more neutral color palette, but then I just have my few pops of color. So that would be one suggestion, is if you have pops of color like with souvenirs, then maybe the little filler pieces, make sure they're like neutral and stuff, so then it kind of goes together better. Well, they're my 3-tiered trays. Those were super fun to make, and they were just like a good transition for us. Now I'm excited to get into fall, although we still got some hot weather ahead of us. I think we all want to think a little fall thoughts sometimes. So we will get into that. And as always, let me know what you think down in the comments. Tell me if you had a favorite, or if you just liked them all, or none of them. And hit that like button, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.